Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Corey, and in today's video I'm going to be reviewing the CyanogenMod Mod 12 running on my HTC One M8. Now let me just say that the ROM that I'm currently running is a non-official ROM, so it's not actually official yet, but I decided to go ahead and actually download it and see if it works on my phone and see if it is stable enough to run on a day-to-day basis. So I actually download and install the ROM on Sunday, and it is now Tuesday. So I've been using the ROM for around 24 to 48 hours now, and I have to say that it's pretty stable. The only bugs I've come across is my alarm icon. For some reason, when I set my alarm, for some reason it will flash around about 5 minutes or so, and then it will just stop and behave as it should. But other than that, the ROM is pretty stable. For battery life, it's actually very good. I was actually surprised. Yesterday I left my house with say 80% battery, and I came back after work with around 10% battery. So battery life is very good, and this was my main driver yesterday. I actually put my iPhone to the side and actually played with it and actually, you know, see what the ROM was like, and it was pretty good. Battery life is very good. So what I'll do first, I'll just go through some of the features that you get with this ROM, and also what to expect if you guys do decide to go ahead and actually download the ROM and try it out for yourself. There's no harm in doing so. Just ensure that you back up your current launcher or your current operating system before you actually install the ROM, and I'll also leave a link in the description for you guys to go ahead and download the ROM. So first of all, I'm just going to share with you guys. So as I said, this is running on Android 5.0, or I believe it's 5.2 KitKat. So what I'll do, I'll just show you guys that first. So if I go to settings, so yes, Android 5.0.2 KitKat. So as you guys can see here, we've got the Lollipop coming up, and it changes colors and that. And if you press and hold, it takes you into a kind of gaming system similar to Flappy Bird, but I'm not here to show you guys how to play this. But as you guys can see, it is KitKat. Sorry, it is Lollipop, I should say, and it is pretty smooth for a unofficial ROM. So what else can I show you? On the home screen, I'll show you guys, you do get all the wallpaper that you get with your Nexus 6 or any Nexus device that you purchase at the moment. So yeah, these are the wallpapers that you get. The one that I'm currently using now is actually from an app, so you don't get this current wallpaper. I actually got that from Material Designs. But as you guys can see, you get all the wallpapers that you can find on the Nexus 6. You can also see down here as well the back key, the home key, and the multitask key. They're all the same as a Nexus 6 device. And what I did realize about this this ROM, say for example, if I'm going into Google Chrome and then I go to say Twitter and then go home, what I can do, I can press and hold, and I'm not sure if you can do this with the Nexus 6, but I did come across it. That's my alarm. Dismiss. I did come across it on this one. So if I press and hold the multitask key, it will actually take me back to the last app that I was using, and if I press it again, it will take me back to the second last app I was using. So it's actually it's a useful feature, and I actually find it cool. So rather than pressing this and then going through the apps, all I can do is just press this, and it takes me straight into the last application I was using. So it's a pretty cool feature to have with the ROM. And as I said, I'm not sure if this feature is available and on Android 5.0 on the Nexus 6, but it is available with this ROM. Next one I want to show you is the settings in messaging. So if I find the messaging application, I can show you that. So here we have messaging, and within messaging, if I go to settings, tell a lie, it's this messenger. So if I go in here now, I can go in settings, and within the settings for this, what did I want to show you? I want to show you guys something, but I can't seem to find it. So for now, we will leave messaging. There was a pretty cool feature. Delete settings. Oh, here we go. This is what I want to show you. So within messaging, the messaging application. You can set a limit to your text message conversation, so you can change it from 10,000 words to less if you want. You can also do the same for picture messaging. So if I go into MMS validation period, oh yeah, this is what I want to show you. So within the messaging app, you can actually add people to your blacklist. And again, I'm not sure if this is something you can do on the Nexus 6, but I think this is a pretty cool feature. So say for example, if you didn't want Bob to text you, if you didn't want Sarah to text you, you can go ahead and add Sarah to your blacklist. So if they text you, that message won't come through to you. It will just totally ignore the person that's trying to text you. So I find that to be pretty cool. And again, it could be something which is already in your operating system running on your Nexus 6. The next feature or the next tweak I wanted to show you is the app drawer. So again, the app drawer is the exact same thing as the Nexus 6. So you get that same sort of layout with the white background. It's actually very clean. I find it to be interesting because when I initially started using this ROM, I thought it looked a bit tacky, but then after a while I did get used to the overall look, and I find it to be very nice. It does make it look different to KitKat, and I think that's pretty cool. Next one, we'll go into settings now and take a look at what we get in settings. So in settings, we have home. With home, you get to select which launcher you want to use. So currently I'm using the Google Now launcher, but if you have any launcher installed on your phone, you can switch between launchers here. And if you don't want the launcher, you can easily hit the bin and then that will delete the launcher. But because this operating system is based around Android 5.0, this Google Now launcher is something that you can't delete with the ROM. Then we have status bar. In status bar, you get to select your, if you want brightness control in your status bar, quick pull down and stuff like that. And you can also change the battery status style. So if I click on that, it will then give me these different options. So if I want, I can even hide the battery status. So if I hit hide, you guys can see that the battery's gone. I can have it in text where it just tells me it's 96%. I can have it circle, which is pretty much what you get on most CyanogenMod ROMs, but with this one you get to actually select which icon you want. I'm just going to go with the icon portrait, so just the standard stuff. You also get the battery percentage. Again, this is something that you can show inside the battery, or you can have it show next to the icon, or for me I'll just have it hidden. So you do get those options there. Next we have the let's have a look in display. So in display, you can modify the brightness level, font size you can change, double tap to sleep and double tap to wake up. That feature stays on the handset, so that's pretty cool. And you have a few more tweaks there. Wake and plug, turn the screen on when connected to a power source or disconnected to a power source. So again, you have a few tweaks in there. Oh yeah, you also have users as well. So currently you can see I'm the owner, so I have my profile, but you can also add different profiles on the handset. So say for example, if I had say for example my son wanted to use my phone, I can actually create a profile for him, and I can then select which apps he can actually use and if he can actually make phone calls and stuff like that. So you do get to select different profiles, something like a PC where you have different profiles. And again, that's a very useful feature. What else do we have? Security, of course. You get all the standard stuff. You can decide to, use a pattern or a password or a pin and stuff like that. I'm going to continue for pattern. I like my pattern. Cool. So that's done. Next, I'm going to show you guys the camera UI. So the camera UI, again, it's just like any standard Nexus device. You guys can actually see me. It's front facing camera. Looking kind of rough now, but That's all good. So yeah, the camera UI is pretty much the same as the Nexus 6. You guys can see. It's not something that I'm actually a fan of. For some reason, I just find that the camera UI on the Nexus 6 or any Nexus device, for me, it's not. It doesn't feel as if it's advanced. It feels like it's too. Can I say it's too easy to use? I can say that, but for some people, this would actually be very good. But for me, it's too simplified. Let's put it like that. And for me, I don't like it. As I said, not everyone is the same. Some people will like it, some people won't. But yeah, camera UI is okay. You still have good quality photos on there. You guys can see my hands there. So yeah. And again, I haven't found any bugs with the camera, with the overall operating system. I haven't found any bugs or anything like that. The only one I've come across is with the alarm icon. But in terms of making calls, in terms of using Wi-Fi, using the internet, just doing general stuff, it's perfectly fine. One other thing that I did come across, which could be down to the reason that the ROM is not official, is when I'm playing music, for some reason it sounds a little bit distorted if the volume is high, because you guys know the speakers on the HTC One M8 is very loud. So if I turn it up to the loudest, it sounds a bit distorted. Other than that, it's pretty cool. And one feature that I do like about this ROM as well is actually taken from the SoundCloud application. So you know when you're playing your music, so I'll play some music now. I'll turn this down, and say for example I lock the phone and then I then try to unlock it. I don't know if you guys can see there, but we have a background picture of the album which is playing. And again, it just makes the overall experience, overall operating system looks nice. So yeah, that's the HTC One M8 running on CyanogenMod 12. Let me know what you guys think of this ROM. If you are looking to go ahead and actually go and try it out, as I said, I'll leave a link in the description for you guys to get a direct download. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. Leave all of your comments in the comment section. Feel free to share this video. If you are new to my channel, please ensure to hit that subscribe button. And if you want to buy yourself a HTC One M8, I will also leave a link in the description for you to go and do that. So anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.